How's everybody doing out there? Let me switch my screen up a little bit here. Let's see. Awesome. Hello, YouTube. I am Andre Wilson, and I'm going to be doing some breathing practices with you today. So I've had the amazing opportunity to work with a couple different people in various healing modalities, whether it's meditation or pranayama therapy or even hypothermic therapy. And I was lucky enough to study with this one guy by the name of Wim Hof. He's the Iceman. Maybe you've heard of him. I'm not sure. He's got 26 Guinness World Records, and he claims to achieve these records with pretty much a lot of ease just through his breathing practices that he's developed. And just a couple of his records, he's got he climbed to the danger zone of Mount Everest in record time in just his shorts, which is pretty remarkable. It usually takes a couple days for people to climb something high like that, because they have to acclimate to the altitude, and the altitude. Hold on one second. Okay, yeah, so the altitude, it takes a couple days to acclimate, but with this breathing technique, you instantly acclimate because of the chemistry changing in your body through the breathing. And so he's climbed Mount Everest in his shorts. So what else? He's held his breath under ice water for 8 minutes. I mean, let alone holding your breath for 8 minutes. Is pretty remarkable, but then doing it in freezing cold ice. So he did those two things, and he did like 24 other things. But one of the most interesting things that he's done in relation to healing and reducing inflammation, which pretty much creates a chain of events for everything, most diseases that can occur, if not all, are creating an area for them. So the most interesting thing he's done has been to volunteer himself in a procedure where he gets E. coli injected into him. And this is a normal procedure that people do when they're testing out some sort of drug to see if it fights inflammation. You get paid $500. They inject you with this dead, pretty much piece of bacteria, and your immune system recognizes it as the real thing until it discovers that it's dead, and then everything goes back to normal. So they give you this drug, and they see how it comes out. So he uses his breathing method instead of taking a drug, and he completely eradicates any trace of the E. coli in his body after just 15 minutes, when usually people have hives, rash, fever for up to 8 hours, or if not, like double that. So pretty remarkable. And so I'm going to explain to you this breathing method, or some variations of it, with in combination with some other things that I picked up. But after that, they were like, well, you're just this Iceman guy. We can't say that this is something that people can do consciously. And so in 4 days, he trained 12 participants in a controlled study where, and this is all published on the internet at government websites, NIH and all that good stuff. So, which you should definitely check out just to see what was actually happening and how they did it. So he trains 4 people, and they all do it. I mean, 12 people in 4 days, and they all do it. So it's really powerful. You can feel. So what we're doing, in a sense, here is we're fully oxygenating the body more than it's used to, creating a very alkaline environment, literally changing the chemistry of your blood. And inflammation is based in acidity. Whenever you work out, you build up lactic acid. That's what creates that soreness. And that's where that harbors just pain. It lets off our pain receptors, and pain sometimes can have a very stressful effect on it, especially when it's chronic. So we're hyperalkalinizing the blood, and once we do like 50 very deep breaths, we hold our breath and we don't need to breathe because we have been taking in so much oxygen that our pH is at a point where we don't need to breathe for a minute. And we hold our breath, and you'll be able to hold your breath for longer than you would expect the first time, maybe probably double, almost longer, maybe a minute and a half if you're not used to holding your breath for that long. And so that'll slowly, the acidity will start to build up just by being alive. Your process is going on in your body. You're creating the product of carbon dioxide, and that's what we let out when we breathe out. So yeah, so we're building up this acidity, holding our breath, and then it comes to the point to where you need to take a big deep breath in, and you hold your breath. And so while you're holding your breath, the little pockets on your lungs are opening up and expanding because they're ready for that breath. They're going to use it the most efficient way they can. So they open up, you take a big deep breath in, and you instantly reach oxygen saturation after dipping into that acidity. So what we're doing here is we're training the immune system and the nervous system to a little bit more extremes, which are very manageable, and they're not chronic. We're just doing it for 5 minutes, say, and then you're fine the rest of the day. It's not like you're under this pressure all day. And so when you take in that deep breath after holding your breath, you're creating adrenaline, and with that adrenaline comes white blood cells, and white blood cells are the healing mechanism of the body. So very powerful for defeating inflammation. A lot of hormonal issues have to do with inflammation anywhere around any glands, as any endocrine gland. So if we can reduce inflammation there, you can balance out your hormones, reduce anxiety, depression, things like that. So and it's all in the research. And this is the first test was in 2012, and now it's 2020, and there's been different applications in just trying to understand really exactly what's going on here. So, so I'll explain the breath, and we have I have some audio that's going to sync us up with the tempo, and we'll keep increasing so it's not so intense all at once. And you can breathe through your nose or your mouth. I will say if you're an epileptic of any sort, or you're pregnant, you shouldn't be doing the breath holds or almost any fast breathing. It can stimulate the cerebral cortex in a way that epileptics it would excite them in a way that could not be so favorable. So the breathing method, we're going to take 40 to 50 deep breaths in through our belly, and then our ribs, and then our chest. So you could put a hand on your belly, and you fully empty out your belly and feel it go in. And then when you inhale, you feel the belly push against your hand. And then you feel the ribs. So that's the first part of the breath, of the full belly. And then we feel the ribs, which will expand outward from the body, even the back ribs. And then we'll breathe into the chest, and then you let it go. So there's our 3-part breath. So as you're watching right now, if you want to, excuse me, let me cut this off. If you want to, so yeah, we'll do that one more time. Just follow right with me. So you let all your air out. You're going to push it in as you let your air out, so you can really empty out that whole diaphragm. So we'll inhale into the hand. Just give yourself a little stimulus to feel the push. And then the ribs. And then the chest. And then you let it go. And when we exhale, you activate the nerve that controls relaxation in the body. So whenever you exhale, your whole body likes to relax. So if you can consciously relax as you do that, it's going to create a more relaxed environment for your body to maintain oxygen and reach oxygen saturation more quickly. I'll lay down and I'll show you kind of what it looks like from the side, and then we'll start running through this. So here you can check out my belly rise. So empty out, and then inhale, and then the ribs, and then the chest, and then let it go. Empty out, belly, ribs, chest, let it go. And we would do that on repeat. So I like to think about the belly, the ribs, and the chest. The Iceman, he says belly, ribs, belly, chest, head. Which, as long as you're thinking about just feeling up this cavity of your body, you're going to reach oxygen saturation. So 3 counts in, 1 count out. Well, I'll get some audio here, and I'll explain a little bit further. So there's a series of breaths between 30 and 45 through the rounds, and you take a big, after that we take a big breath in, and then we exhale all the way out, and then we're holding our breath after the exhale. So holding your breath, hold your breath as long as you can. The first round will be a minute, then we'll do a minute and a half, then we'll do 2 minutes, then we'll do 2.5 minutes. First round will be a minute. You're holding your breath and you're like, oh shit, I need to take a breath in. I need to breathe. Big breath in. Hold it. It's gonna have a little pressure. Squeeze it for like 10 seconds. That's where we're getting that adrenaline boost. That's where we're getting instant oxygen saturation. And that's gonna bring the white blood cells and all the good stuff that we want. So we take that breath, we let it go. Then we start our round 2. So that's how we're gonna go. Let's see here.
Round number 1.
Cool. So I've actually got my buddy Wim on here. He's going to be helping guide us. He's going to say belly, chest, head, letting go. We'll listen to a quick little sample here. Belly, chest, head,
And
letting go. Yep. And we're going to stay with the beat. We're going to stay with the beat here. So if you want to lay down, laying down can be good with the knees up. That's going to give your this arch in your back a smooth surface for your diaphragm to fully expand. Or you can just be sitting in a comfortable meditation position. So we'll get started here. And we'll probably do 3 rounds. We may do 4. You could experience a little lightheadedness, a little dizziness when we're doing the breaths because you're going to get so, you're absorbing so much oxygen and you're not used to it. And that's not a bad thing. We're just not used to accepting and using full oxygen efficiency, which is we don't breathe well here. We have eating habits that actually end up affecting our breath and we're not aware of it. And people sleep with machines and stuff like that. And then it's common, which is not good. So here we go. Yeah, a little lightheadedness, a little tingly. It's all fine. You'll feel. Feeling is understanding.
Round number 1.
So make sure everybody gets settled in, laying down. The first couple breaths are going to be really long and very slow. So pace yourself and just get used to the slowness. You don't have to get it perfect. Just fade into it. There we go.
Round number 1.
Chest fully filling all around. Head.
And letting go.
Letting go. Belly filling up the belly all around. The chest and the ribs expanding. Into the head.
Letting go.
Letting go. Chest. Fully filling the chest. Into the head.
And letting go.
Letting go.
Chest. Head. Letting go. Belly. Chest. Head. And letting go.
So as we're inhaling, we're thinking about
Chest.
every breath.
Head.
Every breath is feeding every cell
Letting go.
in your body. And you can feel it if you really look for it.
Chest.
Feeling the air taking in, going in through your lungs, being transported
letting go.
through your veins.
Belly, chest, head,
Deeply in
letting go.
and let it go.
Belly,
Fully filling the belly all around.
chest,
Fully filling the chest and the ribs all around, up into the head,
letting go.
and we let it go. All the way in,
Chest,
filling yourself, filling it like a balloon.
head, letting go. Belly,
Charging up
chest,
the nervous system.
head,
The electrical system
letting go.
is the nervous system.
Belly, chest,
Making yourself a better
head,
conductor
letting go.
of electricity.
Belly, chest,
Opening channels,
head, letting go.
opening blockages, no more blockages.
Chest, head,
All the way and let it go.
belly, chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest,
A little tempo jump coming in a second.
head, letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest,
Fully in,
head,
fully filling yourself,
letting go.
changing the chemistry
Belly,
of the blood.
chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest, head,
Let it go. Feel your side body, the side belly.
chest,
Feel the sides of your chest expand.
head,
Feel your lower back expand and let it go.
belly, chest, head,
Fill it up.
letting go. Belly,
The home stretch of the first round's coming.
head, letting go.
Probably feeling
Belly,
a little intense.
chest,
You can feel a little bit like a workout,
letting go.
but that's completely normal.
Belly, chest, head,
We're increasing our body's
letting go.
10 more.
efficiency
Belly, chest,
of oxygen.
head,
Stronger breathing, stronger lungs,
belly,
stronger life.
chest, head, letting go.
About 6 or so left.
Chest,
Fully fill it. Make them count.
head, letting go. Belly,
Fully fill the belly.
chest,
Fully fill the chest.
head,
All the way up into the head.
letting go.
Let it go. Max it out. Max it out.
Chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go.
5 more. Let's give it all we got.
Last 5. And you max it out to the end.
Letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest,
Fully fill the chest.
head,
Fully fill the head.
letting go.
Let it go.
Belly, chest, head, letting go.
Last one. To the end
Fully in, fully in, fully in.
and let go.
And let it go. And just let it go.
All right.
And just let
1
it go.
minute breath hold from now on.
And just let it go. So we're going to do a minute here. A little guidance.
Be aware of your heartbeat. Slow it down.
Really
Just be in this moment.
just feel.
Let that relaxation spread down to your toes, into your fingertips, to the base of your neck and head. You are almost there.
Whenever you're ready, you're going to take a big breath in. Whenever you're ready. But if it's not yet, that's fine.
Okay. Recovery breath in. 5, 4.
So we're taking a
3,
real big
2,
breath in here if you
1.
haven't yet.
Take a deep breath in.
Holding that breath. A little tension. Powering up the abs. Just kind of pushing it up. Very lightly.
5, 4.
And we're going to let that
3,
go whenever you're ready.
2, 1. Let it go. Round number 2.
Here we go.
Belly.
So just take your time getting back into the swing of things. Now that we kind of understand
Letting go.
how this is going to work.
Belly. Chest. Head.
Slowly getting back
Letting go.
into the breath.
Belly.
Belly, filling the
Chest.
belly, filling the chest,
Head.
filling the head,
Letting go.
belly, chest,
Head.
head, letting go.
Belly. Chest. Head. Letting go. Belly. Chest. Head.
Getting back into
Letting
the
go.
flow. Now when we do the
Chest.
breath hold,
Head.
you don't want to go
Letting go.
to, you're not really trying, we're not trying to compete in how long we can
Head.
hold our breath.
Letting go. Belly.
We're not trying to compete.
Chest.
That shouldn't be the mindset.
Head. Letting go.
We're just holding.
Belly. Chest. Head. Letting go. Belly. Chest. Head. Letting go.
Fully filling up.
Chest.
Feeling.
Head. Letting go.
Feeling the difference.
Belly. Chest. Head.
In any areas of the body that you feel any type of vibrations, you can sometimes feel a little electrical currents as we're going.
Letting
These
go.
vibrations are totally normal. What they are their hot spots in the body. Sometimes I can feel like just a kidney or like just something else, or like just this one little part of my knee
Head.
is getting a little bit more vibrating electrical feel to it.
Chest.
And those are hot spots, and when the nervous system is charged, it's going to deliver more attention to those areas.
Letting go.
And that's what you're feeling through the little impulses.
Chest. Head. Letting go.
So driving with the music through the belly,
Chest.
into the chest,
Head.
into the head,
Letting.
and letting it go.
Belly. Chest. Head. Letting go. Belly. Chest. Head. Letting go.
Tempo change, getting faster here.
Head. Letting go. Belly. Chest. Head. Letting go. Belly. Chest. Head. Letting go. Belly. Chest. Head. Letting go.
Fully fill it up. Just getting into the flow.
Head. Letting go. Belly.
Full belly,
Chest.
full chest,
Head.
full head.
Letting go. Belly.
Keep driving it.
Chest. Head. Letting go.
Let the music just carry you.
Chest. Head. Letting go. Belly.
Just feel
Chest. Head. Letting go.
whatever sensations you feel.
Chest. Head. Letting go. Belly.
Can you feel the surface tension of your skin change as we move through
Letting go.
alkalinity and acidity?
Belly. Chest.
The conductivity of the skin
Letting
changes.
go.
Can you feel it? Sometimes you can.
Head.
A
Letting
little
go.
light buzzing, slight tightness.
Head. Letting go.
Sometimes, if you know you're really full
Head.
with electricity,
Letting go.
your hands might start to make little fists.
Head. Letting
And
go.
you can always return to your normal breathing
Chest.
if you need to,
Head.
and you'll go right back to normal. And that's nothing wrong with that. That's just you're getting
Head.
flooded with so much electricity that it just starts to engage the muscles, and we don't want to do that. We want to stay relaxed.
Letting go. Belly.
Belly
Chest.
into the chest,
Head.
into the head,
Letting go.
letting go.
Belly. Chest. head, letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go.
Fill it up.
Belly, chest, head, letting go. Belly,
We're in the home stretch of round 2.
belly, chest, head, letting go.
10 more.
Belly, chest, head, letting go.
Fully fill it up.
Chest,
Full
letting
expansion.
go. Belly, chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go.
Feel your body move
Chest, head, letting go.
as you breathe.
Let's give it all we got.
As you're breathing, we're opening channels in the body,
Head,
moving energy. We're moving so much more energy than normal.
head, letting go. Belly,
Full belly,
chest,
full chest,
head,
full head. Let it go.
Last one.
Belly,
Juliet,
ribs, chest,
and let go.
Let it out.
All right. 1.5 minutes breath hold from now on.
We'll listen to the words of wisdom from the
Feel.
Iceman here.
Become aware of your body. If your hands and feet are tingling, or you feel your body temperature is changing, that's okay. You're doing fantastic.
Just feel. Try to relax the shoulders, relax the face, and feel. Just feel.
If you need to breathe before I give the cue, that's okay.
So whenever you need to breathe, big breath in. We take that breath in fully in and we hold it.
You
hold it
are almost there.
for 10, 15 seconds. We're coming to the end of this round here. If you haven't taken your breath in, we will do so soon. Excuse
When
me.
you're ready, fully in
Fully in.
and hold.
Holding. Reaching full oxygen saturation. Getting adrenaline lightly pushing into the head as you're holding this
5,
last breath.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go.
Let it go.
Round 3.
We're going into this last round. Chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest, head,
letting go. Belly,
get back into it.
head, letting go. Belly, chest, 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 head, letting go.
Belly, chest, head, letting go. Fully fill. Fill the belly.
Chest,
Fill the chest.
head,
Fill the head.
letting go.
Let it go.
Belly, chest, head,
Make it count.
letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go.
Push it, push it.
Belly, chest,
How far can you go?
letting go. Belly,
If at any time you want to return back to normal, you
letting
just
go.
continue to breathe normal.
Chest, head, letting go.
Taking it in.
Belly,
Taking it in.
chest, head, letting go. Belly, 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 chest, head, letting go.
Feel the change.
Chest, head,
Feel the blood. Feel the
letting
skin.
go. Belly,
Feel what alkalinity feels like.
letting go.
This is extreme alkalinity.
Chest,
We don't want to be in this state all day long.
letting go.
We just want to
Belly,
jump into the waters of alkaline and jump out.
letting go.
We don't want to stay there. We don't want to stay
Head,
acidic.
letting go. Belly,
We want the perfect balance of acidity and alkalinity.
belly,
And we want to be able to jump in here sometimes
letting go.
in the alkalinity.
Chest,
Sometimes
head,
you want to be able to jump into the acidity.
And more.
belly, chest,
That way, whenever we get there
Letting
through
go.
stress on a daily basis, we can handle a ton.
letting go.
So that short time of
Chest,
handling a little stress
head, letting go.
is way easier.
Chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go.
5 more.
Belly,
Let's give it all we got.
head, letting go.
Last 5. Last 5.
Head, letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go. Belly, chest, head, letting go.
Last one.
Last
Breathe
one. All the way in. All the way in.
And let go. 2 minutes. Breath hold from now on.
Awesome. Last breath hold. As you're kind of just sitting in this last breath hold, I'll just kind of leave a little bit of my information with you. You can find me on Instagram at Hoagie Longsticks, and I'm a certified Wim Hof method instructor. I was lucky enough to learn right under him for a week-long retreat and a year-long online. So I was able to learn a lot from this guy. Fascinating individual, one of the most positive, powerful people I've ever met. When you're in his presence, he has this field around him that you can literally feel the air around him different. And that's how you feel whenever you're around people that just exude positivity and love. And we've all felt it before. We've already been somewhere in contact with someone who has just left a mark on us just based off of how they live their life and the vibration that they choose to be in. And the more we can be that for other people, the more that we can just all raise vibration together. And I think this method is very powerful. And if anyone did it, this session, did it as we did it, you felt something. And it was remarkable. So definitely do some more research on Wim Hof. You can find me. I'm, like I said, again, Master Splinter is holding my name card here. Hoagie Longsticks on Instagram. And y'all have a great one. It's been great. Thanks. Whenever you need to take that breath in, big breath in, hold it and let go. And enjoy what's next to come.